We shall see. I mean, it looks a little better. Certainly looks a little better. Is it just struggling when I'm trying to do other stuff? Like if I put on some music? Give me a second. We'll see. Yep. That's exactly what's happening. We got rid of that. And then it's still actually pretty bad. But I suppose it's the best we're going to get. I really don't know what's been going on with it. I have no idea at all. I mean, it looks a bit better now. While some people come and find a new stream, I'll say good evening. I'll set a super chat goal because we're going to go for it as it's Friday night. I'll give you a woohoo if you do. We'll start that goal. And we'll say good evening, welcome. We're on part 2 of building the PB Bone Lego Fortnite set. I really don't know what's going on with my settings tonight. And the last few nights, the streaming used to be perfect. And then we moved the studio around, and now it's not. But this is what we've built so far on parts 1 to 6. Sorry we're in vertical tonight as well, folks. I had to choose one or the other. And I would like to get some more viewers and subscribers, so we went for the one that we know the platform will put out. So that's the conspiracy behind that. If you want to call it a conspiracy. I don't know. However, how are we all this evening? I can see the chat there. You better start putting the likes in and we'll continue building with the Peely Bone. Hi there, Dreadeye. Hi there, Tiana. Hopefully this all looks a bit better on a white background as well. I think it certainly does. Lovely parts. I'm shocked it didn't come with. I know that. Okay, so I know that the battle bus came with 9 minifigures, yeah. But the battle bus appears to be the only set that came with any minifigures. Oh, sweet! I hope you're having fun playing Disney Speedway, Tiana. It's a good fun game, and sweet to see you got 4 subscribers off the back of it. Now, have you hit the like button though? Because if you haven't, I'll be genuinely upset. I'm joking, guys. Good evening and welcome. And so we're on stage 7. So we begin with stage 7. Both of Peely's legs, his base, and his pickaxe have been built so far in stages 1 to 6. And stage 7 have begun. So like I said, I apologize about the vertical performance tonight, but really I have no other option if we actually want people to come along and watch these things. Because it's just the way YouTube do it now. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I know, Britmate, and so do I, to be fair. So do I. It's just, we don't really have a choice. The platform promotes vertical. It doesn't promote horizontal. And, you know, we're trying to build, we're well on the path to 2,000 subscribers now, which is really, really nice, and we really appreciate, and might actually afford us to be able to get back out there and start making theme park videos again, which would be really exciting, by the way. I'm really excited to get back out there and start doing that again. So we have to go where the audience are. And unfortunately, until I can work out why I can't do both at the same time again, because my computer just will not let me anymore, I'm going to have to continue doing just vertical, because that's the way the cookie crumbles, baby. That's the way the cookie crumbles. However, you know, the chat's still there. Still going to be the same people. So have a good old conversation. Say hi to one another. Happy Friday to all of you. And let's get building, I guess. And I'm gonna put you guys down here actually, so that I can see your chat a bit better without having to constantly look over to my left. Just give me a second. TFIF indeed, Mr. Britmate. TFIF indeed. Yes, I've got you down on the lower screen now, so I don't have to keep doing that to your chat. I can just look down there. And hopefully, this camera and this connection settles itself at some point. Because it doesn't really matter what camera I'm using. This better one or the old one, it seems to be the same issue. Anyway, please hit the like button if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it. So I'm doing something twice now. Okay, something twice. Yes, good evening. And subscribe, obviously, if you haven't already. That would be really appreciative. We're going to build this Peely. We're gonna get, I don't know if we're going to get all the way through him, because he is 15 or 16 stages. And we are beginning with stage 7 right now. Florence has already tried to invade several times and has been told off because we now have a big white cloth over the table. So I really don't want her running over that, to be fair. That's just personal preference and all of that. I think I'm going to be building a lot of these because there's a lot of these green bits. No, Brit, mate. I have been off the fizzy drinks, well, the full sugar fizzy drinks since Monday. So I'm on the water. I have, between Monday and today, lost 5 pounds in weight because of it. 5 pounds. So, yeah, it really was that stuff that was making me fat. It's not in question now. There's no doubt. Let me just say it as it is, okay? Whilst the stuff tastes so good, it's poison. It's absolute poison. And it will wreck your insides. Yeah. Tiana says, I'm so glad it's Friday. Taught year 10s and 8s as teacher assistant, and oh my god, it's so tiring. Well, that's kids for you, Tiana. That's kids for you. Oh dear. Although, what did you teach them? Hello there, children. This is how you commit truancy. I mean, when you're an adult and you're a parent, you don't really go through the motions of it's Friday, it's the weekend so much anymore. I mean, the kids didn't go into school today because we all woke up not feeling well at all. Chrissy's still very much not well. She's over in the bed right now. She's very much not well at all. So, unfortunately, the kids had to stay off. English paper 1 analysis and year 8 Romeo and Juliet. Ooh, Romeo and Juliet. Romantic. I have no idea what this is going to be yet. The worst Shakespeare, says Lisa. Tiana says, oh no, I hope you all get better soon. Love you, Chrissy. Tiana says, love you, Chrissy. She's trying to crack a smile over there. She's trying. It's not quite happening, but she is trying. So, other than that, what else have we been up to today? Lisa, how is the new office coming along? Britmate says hello, Chrissy. They're all sending you their love. You best go and say hello to them. It hurts too much. She might pop on and say hello to you a bit later, but hello, Emma Watts. How are you this evening? She's currently medicating. New desk is up. Got to set screens, etc. I don't know what's going on. Like, I've got such an issue with my streaming tonight, and I have done for the last few days. Just dragging this across so you got better. When I got a notification from YouTube, I was so excited. Now I get a gaming channel and a normal with advanced features. I'm so excited. Awesome. Yeah, I've been better because we all woke up this morning feeling like absolute death. So I've been better, but in the same breath, you know, we're getting on with it, one day at a time and all that. And hopefully I don't wake up tomorrow morning feeling even worse, because that would be a sodding shame. Quite possibly, Britmate. I'm not ruling it out. I'm not ruling it out, but you know what? If it is what it is, and we'll ride on through it, because that's all we really can do, right? Did I fudge? Did you Who do you think I am? Look, why would I want to know what particular viral particle caused the symptoms that I'm getting? I just don't know why you'd want to know that. But hey ho. You won 500 tickets in the arcade yesterday. You don't even know what the prizes are, Lisa. Well, I'll tell you, 500 tickets will get you pretty much soddle. Pretty much soddle. It's not going to get you much at all. Emma, it's going very well. Like I just said, I've lost 5 pounds in weight since Monday. Because it works. It just works. And for that, I think people should hit the like button. Oh, you also have more tickets. You're saving up, are you? You're saving up for the big prize. Whatever the big prize is. Cutting the sugar does work indeed, Lisa. I'm not feeling any more energetic. I'm not going to lie. And I am feeling quite lethargic and tired. But then again, I am coming down from like 8 to 10 cans of sugary drink a day to nothing. So you think you were the first like on the original stream and the third on this one, Britmate. If there was some prize that I could give you, I have a coffee in the morning, Britmate. I have a coffee in the morning because without the caffeine, I don't think I would function at all. Let's not drop it all. But without that caffeine, I don't think I would function. So I need the caffeine hit. But when it comes to the actual sugary drinks, I'm not on them at all anymore. Coffee and a vape, indeed. Coffee and a vape, and I don't think you quite understand just how necessary that is for me at the moment. It's extremely necessary. What are we doing? Oh, I like these pieces. This is, quite honestly, the most impressive build I've done to date ever. I have been so happy and I've been so impressed with it. Because the building techniques are just so damn strange and so abnormal. I mean, look, let me just show you. That's what's been built so far, but those are sideways bricks. It had to all be built sideways in order to make the platform. So that it could be all nice and shiny and you could get the proper angles underneath. So clever. I am making Peely Bone from Fortnite. It's a bit upside down at the moment, but I'm making that. Good evening, Julie C. Hi, Emma. It's Tiana. Yep, it is Tiana. Tiana's there. What else am I doing? Okay. And we do have a super chat goal tonight and it's a big one. It's a big goal of 5 super chats. 5 super chats is the goal of £5 or more. Because are you not entertained? What on earth is this bit going to be? So interesting. Look, it's so interesting. You just don't know what this is going to be. I believe it's pronounced like Tiana from The Princess and the Frog. If you have seen that movie. Where is this going? Oh, it's going on there. Okay, I've got it. That is the correct piece. Okay. And then I'm going to put one of these big boys on the back here. See, no idea. No idea what this is going to be. We're going to turn it round. Let's turn it round. Turn it round, folks. Wait a minute. Just nope. Nope. I've nearly got it right. You just got to notice these things. That's better. See? That's correct now. It wasn't, but now it is. So the office is coming along anyway. For Lisa, which is all good. You have stories to tell? Well, tell them stories, Tiana. Spin those yarns. Let us know why your school is the worst. Yep, that is correct. That seems correct. Nearly time to take over the world, Lisa. It's past due, I think. I do. I think it's past due. I think it was time to do that quite some time ago. What on earth is this going to be? Stage 7. I have no idea what piece it is, Shalini, but good evening to you. I have no idea what piece it's going to be. But we're going to find out, and we're going to find out together. We'll find out today. Good old American game shows. Wheel of Fortune. Do you remember the Wheel of Fortune? Like the proper one, not the crappy British version. Is it still Vanna White in the United States doing spinning the wheel? Does anybody know? Vaughn is snoring, is he? Well, tell him to stop. Say, oi, stop snoring, you blinking caveman. Just stop. One of your friends has really bad allergies, and a lot of the school has a care plan for her. When she had a reaction, not anaphylactic, the school wouldn't let her take her medications. What? Or read her care plan whilst having a reaction. That sounds illegal. That sounds very illegal. I don't know if you guys can see, but I've completely changed up the lighting in here so that I should look a bit more 3D and pop a bit more. And you should see a nice blue hue on the side of, well, on this side completely, because I've got a nice blue light up here, backlighting and trying to help define the outline. Spent a long time today working on that. Spent a very long time working on it. Right, what else have we got? We got to do that. That can go on. I'll just put that on there so that it secures it. This is, I have no idea what this is going to be because this section is going to run out. I'm going to run out of parts before it actually becomes something. So, put your guesses in the chat. What do you think it's going to be? The storm in Northern Ireland is really bad, is it? I've not seen hair nor hide of it, so I wouldn't know. But send the love to the family, and I hope they're all well and safe. Because I know you love them dearly, and they're out there. Oh, your dad has no electricity. Shite. That's pretty damn terrible. That is pretty damn terrible. Your friend got the day off. Oh, what? In Northern Ireland because of the storm? I'm assuming that's what you mean, Lisa? He's got an open fire and the cooker and gas. Well, at least he's got that, right? That's something at the very least, but I hope he's all right. And I hope your mother-in-law, I think she's mother-in-law, isn't she? Is all right. Or stepmom. I don't know. What do you call that? Your mother-in-law is your partner's parent, and then so yeah, it must be a stepmom. Oh, I don't know. Dad's wife. Let's just say dad's wife. That's probably dad and stepmom. Has she earned stepmom status, or is she just dad's wife? Because that is a thing. She's all right. Okay, stepmom status it is. Stepmom status it is. I shall ask no more. I shall pry no more. There's more terrible things that happened to school. It happens to me when I had a drama thing and we have these really, really heavy doors. I slammed my finger at my nail. Oh, your nail fell off. No, don't say that to me whilst I'm building Lego, girl. Come on. Telling me about your nail falling off. No. Just no. Especially when I'm building this damn set. I mean, 2 minutes in, my fingers are sore as hell. Couldn't feel anything. They refused to send me home. Ouch. Yeah, I did see something from John about a gym and a roof being ripped off that gym. I didn't look at it. I'm not gonna lie. I just didn't look. But I saw something. Huh. 2 of these. But unless my eyes doth deceive me... Oh, there they are. They were placed together. And you found a pin in your wedding dress earlier. Ooh. I've got... In my backpack, I've got one of your pins. I do. I've got one of your pins in my backpack. Remember when you dropped it in Town Square at Disney and it was actually stuck to your foot? It's still in my bag. Still in my bag. I might well be. I think it's a Pride type one. But yeah, it's still there. But no back, because obviously you lost the back because you dropped the pin. What on earth is this contraption going to be? Nice colours though. Pretty big shame that those colours will completely disappear. But nice colours though. Anybody see them Now You See Me movies? About the magicians who rob banks and corporations and insurance companies and shit. Because they quietly shot a 3rd one, which is coming out in November. Thought that was pretty cool. School still hasn't helped you switch social issues. Sorry, needed to get things out. No, just fine. How many times have I said to you, stop apologizing? Come on, girl. Stop apologizing. And don't say that to be mean. Lee says, Eurostar just enough to free upgrade voucher when you go up a level. Win for me as I'll hit my membership level very soon. Ooh, free upgrades. You do like a free upgrade, don't you, Lisa? What on earth is this? This must be the center of the body for the banana. With that being the yellow side's arm socket and that being the bone side's arm socket, it must be. Tiana, you need a holiday. You just went on one. Literally just went on one. But once again, boys and girls, we have a super chat goal if you would like to help out. Okay. Something's gone wrong here. Something ain't quite right. See, that's fine. But this should not be left over. So why is it and where does it go? Not that. What on earth? Yep, yep. Goes there. See? Yes, you do. You go straight off the Disney again, don't you? Without me again, don't you? Don't worry. I'm not too mad. Just a little bit. I think that's correct. And then that's going to go there. And then that's going to go there. Spring trip. Okay, that is stage 7. What on earth is it? I don't know. So get your guesses in, and you could do it via super chat, so I definitely see it. If you'd like. Right, stage 8. Stage 8, baby. Oh, these are some much bigger parts. And some printed pieces. We do like a printed part here on the channel. We much prefer a printed part. I really do not know what's going on with my frame rate, my bit rate. Let me try something. Give me a second. I'm just going to try something. I'm now sending out a lower bit rate. Wondering if that helps, or has it just made it worse? May well have made it worse. What if I raise it? Let's go 7,000. Oh, wait a minute. How does that look, folks? Is that much clearer? Is it freezing yet, or is that much better? I'll see if I can take it a little higher. Okay. That's interesting. That's extremely interesting. I wonder, I'm just going to do a bit of an experiment. It might go frozen in a sec. Yeah, look, straight away. I try and do anything else. And it's gone. Well, it depends what you're playing Fortnite on, Tiana. It literally depends what you're playing it on. So you can play it on PlayStation. You can play it on computer. It's OBS, Lisa. It's OBS, and then this is the Pocket 3. So this is the Pocket 3 as a webcam, and there was nothing wrong with it until we moved the studio over, and we didn't even move it that far, and then boom. I don't know how you would stream it from an Xbox. I'm not gonna lie. I've never owned an Xbox, and I know nothing about them. So let me just change that back down to 7,000 because maybe that was the sweet spot. We'll see. Looks a little bit better now. Then it goes again. But yeah, I honestly I can't give you an answer to that one because I am not an Xbox person. I'm just not. Never owned. I've got a PS5 and I know how to. Yeah, I think we both need to get rain covers. I certainly agree there. But not yet because I have no money. But yes, we need to get rain covers. They do waterproof cases, don't they? Maybe it's the fact that this is. Give me a. That made it worse. That's made it worse. I'm trying my best here to get this working, and I just don't get it. I'll have to work on it. Oh dear. Right. Let's get back to it. Stage 8. Stage 8. Because we've got limited time. Because I imagine that. I think YouTube hates us all. Lisa. That's the wrong part then. No, it's not. It's just I put it in the wrong place. Because I'm silly. But you're all supposed to go, no, you're not silly. No. But it appears that YouTube or something on my computer despises me greatly. Because it was all working great. We used to be able to send 2 completely fine streams at once, and now we just can't. And it doesn't make any sense. I mean, we can't even send one smoothly. And it's not like anything changed. I mean, I got a range extender, an internet range extender, to see if that was the issue. It made it worse. Bloody made it worse. Can't win. That's 22 quid down the drain. Completely useless range extender. Typical indeed. Bloody annoying is what it is. You know, fleeced by the cat who didn't need anything. Now fleeced by the range extender. This is not my week. Oh, balls. I don't know. Is this the right way round? Oh, yeah, I have put it the right way round for once. Yeah, it's a ball ache, Lisa. It's an absolute ball ache. That's for sure. Getting your verification done is always a nightmare on YouTube, but at least they did it, which for a lot of people, they don't even do that. So, at least they did it. I mean, right. I'm placing other parts on this. That to join them. What the? Yep. As always, I missed a step. Good at this. I suppose you just have to boil each short down to one single fact. I think that would probably be the best way to do it. Just one quick, easy fact about, I don't know, whatever it is you want to talk about. Would be my suggestion. Fact one, most people hate history because we teach it badly. Well, the thing is, history is written by the winners. People have to remember that. People have to remember, history is written by the winners. And that doesn't necessarily make it true. We weren't there, we will never know. It's clever. We're just sort of building this out. History is a nightmare, but the fact people don't learn annoys me. Well, yes and no. Because they don't learn from what exactly? Because, like I said, history is written by the winners. And therefore, you say we don't learn, but should you do Harry Potter or Star Wars on Sims 4? Which one are you more obsessed with and excited about right now? Is it Harry Potter or Star Wars? Because once you know that, you'll have your answer. There it is. There's the other triangular piece. Did you see in B&M earlier on, Lisa, the Walt Disney World 50th mini castle? I sent you the picture. And then... Okay. Yeah, this is definitely going to be the banana side, isn't it? And that's going to be the bone side. They've also got, speaking of Star Wars, Tiana, in B&M, well, first of all, they've got a load of Harry Potter Lego in there at the moment. Loads of sets. They had Privet Drive and a bunch of others in there for a bit of a discount. But secondly, they have like the MIDI scale Millennium Falcon for 59 quid in there. And a bunch of others. So if you are in the market for some new sets, perhaps B&M Bargains is the place to go. Because they're carrying what you love, so... Yeah, this is the MIDI scale Millennium Falcon. Not the big one. But it's, yeah, 59 quid for it isn't bad. They've also got the Mandalorian and, well, the Grogu set from the Mandalorian with the new one, the 90 quid one. But unfortunately, there's no money off that. It is just 90 quid. Which is unfortunate. Your favourite thing to teach about is witches, because when you remember that to believe in God meant you believed in hell, and therefore witches were a very real concept, it changes how you look at it. I don't believe in any of it, but... You know me. Oh, Jesus. I talk about flying spaghetti monsters all the time, so... Yeah. Worship the flying spaghetti monster. Worship the flying spaghetti monster. Now, I'm not knocking people for believing in a deity or a god. They can believe in what they want, but I would do if they tried to force me to believe in their deity, though. I'd be like, nah. And here's why. with a long list of reasons why. But if people want to believe in a deity, they're more than welcome to be wrong. It's a joke, by the way. For anyone starts getting salty about it. Perhaps not a very good one. Still a joke. We're going to start putting on some printed pieces in a minute, which means we are going to start adding definition. I'm fine with a bit of definition. Poor Salem got a hammering because an English judge changed law by allowing a child to give evidence in Pendle. I mean, I shouldn't laugh because obviously what happened in Salem was realistically quite damn horrific. But then again, it also showed how horrific the human race themselves can be. I think. We're not a reasonable group of people, really, the human race. Not really. Because we don't just ostracize the other. We oftentimes, I say oftentimes, sometimes we accuse the other of being a witch. And then what happens? Is it a Family Guy skit? A girl did maths. You know what this means? Witch! Oh, dearie me. It's kind of... I get that attitude, Tiana. I do. I get that attitude. And usually I would subscribe to that attitude, as you could probably tell by my happy-go-lucky demeanor. However, perhaps we shouldn't burn women at the stake. Because they might be slightly more intelligent than they were perceived to be. I mean, it's just an idea. No, nobody has to, go along with it if they really don't want to. But just putting that out into the ethos, into the ether, and seeing what I get back. And hopefully, we're at a point of enlightenment now. And yes, I use that term, enlightenment. That we go, you know what? We're not going to burn Margaret. She's all right. I'd hope anyway. Perhaps I'm foolish to hope, people. Perhaps I'm foolish to hope. You know that Margaret, she's all right. She helped me with my maths homework. You got a cat visitor, did you, Tiana? Is it going meow? Jesus, that was terrifying. Even for me, that was relatively terrifying. But please don't mention cat visitors, because then we all know that if you do, mine will start appearing. Because that's what she does. Your black cat. We got one of those, but she's old. Very, very old. I said nothing. Sadly, there are still issues with people being killed as witches in evangelical Christianity. You think we'd be past it, Lisa? You think we would? You think we'd be past that? Just we'd stop burning the witches? But nope. Apparently not. Apparently not at all. Where has this come out of? Almost definitely there. Which is probably fine. Probably fine. Yours is how old? 9? Oh, a year old. Sorry. I couldn't see that properly. A year old. She's a young'un. Or he's a young'un. Very young cat. Florence is a lot older than 9. Put it that way. A lot older than 9. And we'll probably be here soon because I've said her name. Can we at least get this stream to 10 likes? Come on, I need one more to do that. One more like to get it to 10. Surely you can do that for me, people. I'm not asking for 100. I'm asking for 10. Just 10. On stage 199. 199. Sorry, guys. Been busy cleaning this. Yeah, well. I didn't call your house that, Julie. I didn't. You did. I bet it's a lovely, wonderful house. Really? I do. Ever the optimist, me. Ever the optimist. Going there? Yeah. This is definitely the banana side, look. Definitely going to be it. You have a 6-year-old, 3-year-old, and a 1-year-old cat. He is purring crazy. I don't have any cats around me at the moment, which is preferable. Extremely preferable. It frees my mind to continue this build. Right, that goes there. It's a nice house, but it's a tip. Is that because Carl plays Fortnite, gets angry, and then starts breaking the place up? You know, I imagine that's what John does when he's losing, like, too bad. Oh no, you've given away our position. And then he's like, I'm in a bush. Sorry, John. I know you're not always a bush warrior, mate. This is really interestingly odd. His room is tidy. Like, he's got his own room. He's totally bossing. Oh no, but this place isn't all that tidy either, Tiana, because we've got a studio, our bed, our PlayStation, a bunch of animals. Yeah, this is definitely coming along for getting this side of the body done. Where are we going with these? That one there. That one there. Then we're going 2 of these. No. 2 of these, which we do have. Getting a bit worried there, folks. Come on, we've had over 300 views on the stream. We'd like to get to 10 likes. I mean, the detail on this, and like I said before, the methods of building are just so impressive. It's all just so impressive. It's just being covered up so nicely with these plate pieces. Hopefully your neurologist would agree with you and you'll have to go back on Epilim. Well, yeah, let's hope so. Just shouted because he bit your cat just bit you on the cheek. Your cat just bit you on the cheek. Yikes. That is a big yikes. Yeah, I can imagine it did hurt. I mean, I will say this. That's basically what Florence does to me. If I don't give her attention, just bam, bites me. I'll just go, you bitch. So I get it. I fully get it. Okay. Much more siding and decorating. I'm assuming that's part of his mouth. That's my assumption here, folks. We might have found an actual piece of Peely's mouth. That's going on this side, is it? So over in the United States, the first Epic Universe hotel for Universal has just opened. Stella Nova. No. I was wondering what was going wrong there. And for $100 a night per room with 2 double beds in the rooms, I can't see it. I can't see any fault. It's looking amazing, Lisa. I've never seen anything like it. Anything at all. Not just the hotel. I mean, the hotel, for a budget hotel, looks fantastic, first and foremost. But secondly, the theme park looks like something out of this world. And speaking of Universal, I'm hearing rumblings in the grapevines that we may be getting an announcement on that special development order, which would bypass planning permission and grant the company permission to build the Great Britain resort imminently, within weeks. So it's looking more and more likely, unless something really dramatic happens for it to fall through, that Universal Studios Great Britain is happening. Looks like it's happening. They've purchased the land, so they own the land. They've started doing work on the land this last week, so they're clearing trees. That's begun. And with Epic Universe, well, I tell you why Bedford was the right location. Because they got a good deal on the land, and it's a lot of land. It's so much land that they, even after the building of the first park, City Walk, and a couple of hotels, they'll be able to build a second park if they want to. That's how much land they've purchased. It was a good deal. And with a company like Universal, if you build it, they will come. They're going to upgrade the rail lines so that high speed goes directly in. It's going to be all hands on deck. And look at the speed that they've built Epic Universe. Just look at the speed that they've built Epic Universe from the ground up. This resort will happen fast. They are looking at a tentative 2030 date, and I believe they'll hit it. And I am very excited about the future of theme parks in the United Kingdom if that SDO is announced and if it's ready to go. I'm very, very excited. I'm not sure we'll get a Harry Potter land, Tiana. And I'll tell you why. Because A, Universal Studios tour is up the road. And B, and this is the big one, the big reason. Universal are not going to copy anything in Orlando into the UK resort. Now, that doesn't mean they won't copy any of their rides from the other resorts into their rides, but they don't want to copy their Orlando rides into the UK resort. And I'll tell you why that is, because they don't want people from the UK to stop coming to Orlando. It's a smart move, to be honest. So perhaps there still will be Harry Potter rides, but there'll be new ones, different ones. So if you want to experience them all, you got to catch them all like those Pokemon. Then you might have to start traveling. Because I mean, there's 3 Harry Potter lands now. As of May this year, there'll be 3 Harry Potter lands at Universal Studios in Orlando. 1 in each park. So the original, which is Hogsmeade, is in Islands of Adventure. That replaced the Lost Continent. Then you've got Diagon Alley, which is in Universal Studios, Florida. That replaced the Jaws ride. Yeah, I'm still a bit salty about that, I'm not going to lie. And then you've got, what's the other one? Ministry of Magic, which is opening in May at Epic Universe, with what looks like is going to be the most technically advanced ride on the planet in Harry Potter and the Battle of the Ministry. So, I've ridden The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man over in Islands of Adventure. It's still considered to me to be the best dark ride in the world. It is unlike anything, and I hope they bring that ride system made by Oceaneering to Universal Studios Great Britain. It doesn't have to be, well, it's not going to be The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man because they don't have the rights to it, but they use that same ride system on Transformers The Ride 3D. And they use it on the new Jurassic World ride that's over at Universal in Beijing. So, I think there might be one big roller coaster, Lisa, to anchor the park. Good night, Emma. Big love to you as well. Thank you for coming along as always. So, yes, I need a sub 250 gram drone, like sooner rather than later, because we need to get up above this thing and start documenting its construction once those machines start moving. Oh, there'll be Intamin roller coasters. They won't be headbangers at all. The only reason that roller coasters are headbangers, Lisa, is because they have over-the-shoulder restraints. And I mean, Intamin, Mack Rides, Hyperia, they don't do over-the-shoulder restraints anymore. So the second they took off the over-the-shoulder restraints, headbanging's gone because there's nothing to bang those heads on, and they're such a much more comfortable ride. I mean, Hyperia and Icon, the 2 big Mack Rides coasters in the UK. Icon, obviously, at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Hyperia at Fort Park. Both the lap bars made by Mack Rides, and they are just so comfortable. They pin you. They're very secure. You're not falling out of them, and there's no headbanging. It doesn't exist. And Intamin do the same. So if you look at Velocicoaster over at Islands of Adventure, the new Fast and Furious Tokyo or Hollywood Drift even, that's being built over at Universal Studios in California right now, which is an Intamin spinning multi-launched coaster that goes upside down loads of times. And then they are getting rid of Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket over at Universal Studios Orlando and building a new Intamin roller coaster. These new age lap bars, they're not like they call them lap bars, but they still pull down from over the shoulder. Right, so they pull down, they don't come forwards and sit on your lap like that. They pull down from over the shoulder and they pin you in that way. So, and they hold you in very well. Honestly, I've never felt an issue on these restraints. And I've ridden Hyperia God knows how many times. I've ridden Icon God knows how many times. And they're just comfortable. You don't get thrown around. Tiana says, like Icon, I have a fear of rides that big as much be able to, but my anxiety won't allow me to. I'm sure we could get you an Icon. It wouldn't be that difficult. We could just do oh dear. So, I won't say her name, but me and Lisa went to Disney with one of Lisa's friends, and somehow, don't ask me how, but I managed to convince her that roller coasters that went upside down didn't go upside down. And I didn't just get away with this once. I got away with it 3 times. Because Disneyland Paris have 3 roller coasters that go upside down. And I got away with this 3 times. And it's like, she believed me the first time. Oh yeah, Disneyland Paris have 3 roller coasters that go upside down. So, Space Mountain Mission 2 goes upside down 3 times, or Hyperspace Mountain as it's called at the moment. Star Wars. What's the other one? Avengers Assemble Shite Force, or Flight Force, or whatever you want to call it. Used to be Rock and Roller Coaster. That goes upside down 3 times. And Indiana Jones et le Temple du Peril. And the Temple of Headaches, as I like to call it. That goes upside down once. In fact, the only big quote-unquote coaster at Disneyland Paris that doesn't go upside down is Crush's Coaster. I mean, they did break the mold for Disney parks in doing that, though, because I'm building his skull. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, they did break the mold for Disney parks in doing that, because Disney parks rarely have coasters that go upside down. Crush's Coaster's great. It's a standard, bog standard, off the shelf marathon spinning coaster, and yet it is just so much fun. Yeah, the Europeans are definitely built different. They're built different to the Americans because, you know, we do love a good extreme thrill high inverted coaster, and you've got to remember these companies that built them, because Disney worked very heavily and hand in hand with Vekoma quite often. I mean, Vekoma, they've just built they build pretty much every coaster for Disney. They rarely go with another company. They're European companies, though. Vekoma's a European company. Intamin's a European company. B&M is a European company. So they're built for Europeans. What coasters normally make you vom? I mean, I've never been sick on a coaster. I mean, there's a first for everything, obviously, but I've never been sick on one. Just the sort of spinny ones. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay. His skull is not very secure right now. Well, Tiana, if you've never been sick, then perhaps think of that when you're feeling the anxiety. Just a suggestion. Don't have to take it in, obviously. But perhaps think, every time I go on these things, right? I get wound up, I wind myself up, I get very nervous, and then I actually love them. Because that's usually what happens. You love how it feels stomach-wise. Well, you know what? I'm going to say it. The UK's coaster market is pretty shit. I can only say it as it is. It's pretty damn shit. We've got barely a coaster in the country, unless you go to Blackpool Pleasure Beach, that lasts over 30 seconds in its prime ride time. You're lucky, and I mean lucky, if you get to a minute. But out there in Europe, they seem to have a lot of big coasters that last a lot longer, shall we say. Okay, that's not right. Maybe that's not the correct time. Maybe if we... No, that's not right either. I guess we're just going to have to go like that. No! It's got to be like that. Yeah, that's surely better. Yeah, okay. And then that goes in here? Yeah, here. I'm definitely building his skull for the bone side of it. But yeah, they have. That's what happens if Icon was shaking the whole cube, but loved it. Well, exactly. That's what that's. I mean, I'm not gonna say that's always gonna happen, but I would say that's generally gonna be the outcome. You're gonna end up loving them. And you know what? When I was young, when I was a kid, I was always anxious about them, and sometimes I still am. You did Oblivion at 18 and haven't looked back, but you know what? Oblivion's great. It is a great little coaster. Unfortunately, though, it sort of proves what I just said, because Oblivion is so much fun, but it's over in seconds. And they had to change the holding brake as well, so it doesn't even hold as long as it used to on the edge. And it's a drop, it's a turn, and then it's done. But yes, that is at Alton Towers. And it is probably one of the most forceful coasters in the UK, because I'm not going to lie, that drop is like 200 odd foot. It's huge, but most of it is underground, so you don't see it. And it's so impressive how they've managed to do it, and that pit that they dug for it. You was annoyed they tilted you as you enjoyed the view. Okay. I really don't know what's going on with my frame rate today. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe I've got to change the actual frame rate. I know that if I start changing things like that, though, it will freeze my camera, and then I'll have to reboot everything to get it back up. Well, we certainly aren't opposed to doing sort of meetups and things like that at theme parks. We're not opposed to that at all. Well, I'm not. I don't know about you, Lisa. I don't know about you, Chrissy, but I'm not opposed. I mean, the more people that come, the more that can watch the kids while we go. I'm joking. It's a joke, by the way. I mean, you were okay at Legoland, Lisa. We had quite a good time at Legoland on my birthday. But you know, that was a start. It's easing you into the UK theme park scene. Started. Legoland was fun. I enjoyed it. That's what I wanted to do for my birthday, and I think we all had a pretty good day, actually. Oh, the skull's getting more scully. Did I just say the skull's getting more scully? I did, didn't I? What is this? The bloody X-Files? Do 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 do. Oh, yeah, I love that Haunted House Monster Party. I think it's great. Their new roller coaster is really boring. It's tame. I mean, it's fun. As fun as it can be, I guess. But it's a kids coaster, and it is boring. I mean, for what it is, I mean, it is what it is. the end of the day minifigure speedway. I've got some POVs of it on the channel actually. You can go check out. It's definitely getting more Scully. Did you sound creepy that I said maybe going with you? No, we don't care. You know what? We do not care, and I I always say to people, if we're going out on something and you guys want to come out, you're all more than welcome to join us. Going tomato have to. Going. You're gonna have to elaborate on that one. Going tomato have to. Clipping into his mouth. And oh, we're actually attaching this. Right here. Oh my. Oh, you're gonna have to watch POV. Yeah, yeah. It's on the channel. Huh? I'm very confused. That doesn't make any sense. That should rest up against that, and that not be a gap. So why is that a gap? That's why. That's why. Is it? Is that why? Yeah, that's correct. So that goes on like I gotcha. I gotcha. Don't worry. And don't don't forget, like I said, it is a long journey. I mean, you might get lucky and overtake us in a week. And that could happen. You know? That could happen. But in the long run, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And that's not a bad thing because you really get to, connect with people and know your audience and look at that. Look at that. That is so cool. Alton Towers is not that difficult to get to, in theory, because, well, people have cars and the like, and if we were to do like a group trip, we could set up people to drive and things like that. Let's see let's see what the state of the channel is after the summer, shall we? Okay, I'm starting to get very confused here. Very confused. I shall just improvise because sometimes I guess you have to. You know what? It's great that you got 4 subs in one day and 500 views on your first video. That's amazing. Right. Okay. That's going to fill in that gap, is it? Yes, it is. This is so clever. This is so damn clever. Once again, we do have a super chat goal this evening if you would like to help towards it. If not, fair enough. Got to keep mentioning it. And if you haven't hit the like button yet, please do, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Once again, I really do apologize for the bitrate tonight. I just need to work out why it's not working, and I just can't. Stage 10. Stage 10. Single-use plastics. Looks like we're doing more of the yellow side now. Just going to change my rate again. No, not made a difference this time. I really don't know. Good evening, Amy. How are we this evening? Like, I'm sorry that the picture's so jittery. I really don't know what's going on, but we're getting there with Peely. He's going to stand so tall. How's life in Kentucky this evening? Oh my god, it is so jolty and jittery. I'm really sorry, guys. Kitchen sink plumbing sprung a leak due to the freeze. Oh no. That's not good. That's not good at all. Hopefully, Bruce is on the case. I'm assuming the guy knows how to plumb. He seems to be a jack of all trades, your Bruce. As they say here in the UK, a jack of all trades. Bruce can fix it. There you go. I thought he'd be able to somehow. Genuinely, I thought Bruce will fix that. Yeah. Our friend Dale, he's like that. He can just seemingly fix anything. My dad as well. But he doesn't live here. He lives in Scotland. Scotland. He's stacking hay out the front, out in the ice on his arse 5 times already. Wow. Cool. Stacking hay out the front seems cool. You know what? You live in such a beautiful place. You really do. And I can't wait to see it one day. You was able to put the live up on your TV. That's the right thing to do. Hey, look, it's actually moving at a normal rate for once. Okay, it's very much using a high level of CPU. That's the problem. So, if I start doing some things like killing that, I'll kill that because it shouldn't be using this much CPU. That's the issue. I can see it's using nearly 50% of my processing power, and it shouldn't be doing that. It should be using about 10%. Julie is in and out, but She has been about this evening. That's very concerning. I need to work out why that's happening. But at least I now know what the issue is, because that's definitely the issue. 57% of my processing power. Oh, you were fangirling over dollhouses earlier, were you? I mean, that's not creepy. No, that's not creepy. Not at all. You're back for 5 minutes if you're lucky. There you go, Amy. There's your Julie. And like I said, if any of you guys or girls would like to contribute towards tonight's super chat goal, as I've kept you entertained on this Friday evening whilst struggling, keep a solid, stable connection. It's gone again. Look, it's my processing. I don't get it. But at least I know what the issue is, so I can work on it now. There is a dollhouse on Long Island worth $8 million. I mean, who's valuing a dollhouse at $8 million? That's just crazy. That's certifiably insane. That's what that is. Okay. Oh, so we're making like a clippy thing sandwich. Send me the. You guys really are fangirling over dollhouses, aren't you? Aha. See, look, the techniques used to build this are so complicated, but they come together so well. Original artwork, gold and silver fixtures. That's pretty cool. I'm not going to lie, that is pretty cool. Made in the Victorian era. That, Tiana. That's the Hollywood Tower Hotel. Tower of Terror. The best theme park ride on the planet. That's what that is. The best theme park ride on the planet. Chrissy over there just said disagree. I think I know somebody in the chat that would fully agree, though. So. It's a fantastic ride. It really is. So the experience is like, it's not like a regular drop tower, first of all, because a regular drop tower just falls with gravity, right? So it's not like that, because this thing falls faster than gravity. You're actually pulled down rather than dropped, which is always fun. So nowadays, since the upgrade, there was a massive upgrade a fair few years ago, and we went for the launch of that. Me and Lisa did. But nowadays, since the upgrade, it's all systems go. So the second you get into the ride and you back off from the loading dock once you're sitting in your elevator, it just launches straight up or it drops straight down. Right, and then it just starts going up and down, up and down, up and down. There's a couple of show scenes and then it's over. Beforehand, it used to be a slow build experience, and so you'd get a fake Rod Serling, because Rod Serling was dead at that point. But you'd get a fake Rod Serling that would tell you are the passengers on the most uncommon elevator. Your destination unknown, and then a bunch of other spiel, and you go slowly to the show scene, and it would build you up, and then it would drop you a few times, and then it would be over. But now, since they changed it, all three of the lift shafts in the Paris version are completely different. And, well, there's railings in front of you that you can grab onto, but there is no lap bar or over-the-shoulder restraint. There's simply a seatbelt. So it pulls a waist seatbelt. So it pulls across your waist and clips into the other side, like a car seatbelt for the middle seat. Which makes it all the more fun because the airtime is guaranteed. So when you're pulled down, because you're falling faster than gravity, you leave your seat. So your arse, your feet, leaves your seat. So you float. And that's the point. That's the sensation that they're trying to go with for the ride. So you float. Anytime you're pulled down, and then when you're pulled up, you're going faster than you're pinned to the seat. It's almost like a mini version of the zero G plane. So that's kind of what it feels like, and it is great. It's the best sensation I think I've ever felt. And look, I know Chrissy disagrees, but I just think it's such a timeless, wonderful ride that hopefully never goes anywhere. Because, yeah, I think it's the best ride in the world. Genuinely. Obviously, I haven't been out to America for many, many, many years since I was a child. So, maybe American rides are way better? I don't know. But what I do know is that is my favourite dark ride on the planet. And it's going to take a lot to beat it. And I don't even think the Florida version could beat it. The Florida version being the original. Yeah, but they didn't get rid of it at Disneyland, Amy. They just rethemed it. So it's still there. The ride's still there, the full ride system, but it's now Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. And I'm not going to lie, it does look like a lot of fun. Now, I'm not saying it's ever going to be a contender for taking the crown of the Tower of Terror, but it does look like a lot of fun. And it looks like the retheme went very well. But I hope they never do it in Paris. They very nearly did do it in Paris. They were going to do it in Paris, and then they were stopped. They were actually stopped by the courts because there was a massive problem with the Paris version, because building regulations in France are very different to building regulations over in the United States, as one probably might guess. And oh yeah, so is that going? How's that going on? It's sticking out a little bit. It is. Yeah. Bottom of his bananas coming together. So they actually had to build the tower out of concrete in France, whereas in America it would have been either steel framed or wood framed even. But yeah, they actually had to build the full tower out of concrete in France, and so it took much longer to build, and it was not done to the best standards, and the facade started falling apart. So they sued the company that built it for them, obviously, as you would, and wanted them to do the conversion into Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout for free. But the courts disagreed. The courts turned around and they said, you can have, they're going to have to fix the issue. They're going to have to do all that for free. But you have to have it back in its original state as you paid for it. So I believe it has to stay as Tower of Terror for a certain amount of years. Not permanently, but certainly for a certain amount of years. This is awesome. So yeah, that is why it hasn't been converted in Paris, because it can't be. That time may well have passed now, because they did do the whole New Dimension of Fears thing. But then again, that legal ruling only applied to the outside of the building. So it only applied to the facade, because that's what they sued over. That's what was screwed up. and New Dimension of Fears was an interior change, not an exterior change. Oh yeah, Ambien will make you sleep on a plane. Absolutely, it will. We're not meant to say things like that, though. Oh man, this thing is so cool. I'm so impressed with this build. I'm not impressed with this cat. Off you go. Off you go. Don't take the... Come on. God damn it. Off you go. There you go. Cats. Chrissy doesn't really sleep in vehicles either. Don't worry, you're not on your own on that one. Nope. Yep. Seriously, I don't think I've ever been as impressed with a build as I am with this. The building techniques are insane. They really are. I mean, like I said, you compare this to Dobby. You just compare this to Dobby. Yes, this was somewhat more expensive at £90 versus the £25 or whatever Dobby was. But that price difference provides a level of detail so unlike. I mean, obviously I'm not going to tell you what you should and shouldn't buy, but I certainly wouldn't. I would suggest if you can get your hands on it. The building techniques are extremely difficult. They're a much higher level than what even I'm used to, but the instructions are easy enough to follow, and it's so much fun. I completely agree with you, Tiana. It does not deserve the name of Dobby. It doesn't. If Chrissy wasn't feeling so ill, I'd make her get it down so I could do the whole "I will eat your souls" thing that I've been doing with it. But it's too high up on a shelf, and I'm not going to force her to do that. Because that's what it looks like. It looks like it's going to look directly into your soul and end you. Terrifying. Terrifying. Yep. Thing 1 and thing 2. I think I'm about to attach this to a leg. But then again, if we were to attach it to a leg right now, it would get very complicated to build. Even more so. We'll see in a minute. Because we're nearing the end of stage 10. And the question is, do I continue? I mean, I don't see a reason. Yeah, Chrissy's very ill. We both woke up very ill this morning. I seem to have bounced back a bit. The kids weren't very well either, so we kept them off school. I seem to have bounced back a bit, but I fear, because this is exactly what happened to Chrissy yesterday. She woke up feeling like death, and then she bounced back. And I fear that's exactly my fate for the morning. I'll wake up and I'll just feel utterly disheveled. Symptoms, she's basically got the flu. It's far more than a cold. It's more like a flu. And Britmate said it could be the old coof. It could be. However, he's like, didn't you test? And why would we? Why would we want to know that? She's not coughing so much anymore. She was earlier, but not so much anymore. But like I said, she'll bounce back. She's quite heavily asthmatic, but she is a big girl, and she will bounce back. Thankfully. Oh my god, how am I meant to pop those in there? Well, it'd be helping if I had them the right way round, wouldn't it? Yes, Ben. Yep, that is where you attach the leg, I'm telling you. Then we're going to do some landscaping, or some peely-scaping. To seal these pieces in. And then up there. That is stage 10 complete. She says, okay, good. You have to ride it out. Lots of hot liquids and lots of rest. She's in the bed right now. She's resting. She's been resting all day, to be fair. She had a very nice dinner. I made burgers from scratch on the skillet earlier on for everybody. There's 12 and 13. I might just go for another hour, you know. I know people have abandoned me. But you know what? I don't care. And I know why they've abandoned me. And Nike, well, if I could get it to you, God damn it. We can't. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So there's 5 more bags. We'll see how we go then. Wait a minute. Before I do, let me do the right thing. Babe, would you like me to stop? Okay. She says I can carry on. She might fall asleep. We're at 466 views on the stream this evening, guys. So I am really appreciative of that. And that's the reason I went vertical, as I said. It's just the reason. They promote it more. I mean, obviously the stream looks like utter crap. But I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best to keep it as entertaining as possible, you know, based on the circumstances. I mean, I don't think you are dying, dear. I think I'm building Peely's intestines now. A lot of pink tubing. And a lot of tiny pieces. If this stage really annoys me, I might give up at the end of this, because this looks like it's going to annoy me. We'll see how we go, okay? We'll see how we go. Because it certainly looks like it's going to annoy me. But banana side is pretty much done. Obviously, we've got to do his arm and his gun. But otherwise, what is going on with my bitrate? Why is so much of my CPU? See, look, it's now at 20%. It's bouncing all over the place. I don't quite understand why. Change up to that. Maybe there are just too many plugins attached. Give me a second. I'm trying to work things out. Where's that? I'm just trying to work a couple things out. Because I've got a dock plugged in called multiple output. I just don't need there anymore. I can't seem to find it. Turn it back on. Right, we're going to remove that completely. We're not just going to turn it off. I'm going to change my video bitrate again. See if that makes a difference. I'm going to change that to 7. I don't know what it's doing. Honestly, I just do not know what it's doing, and I can only apologise for the state of the stream tonight, guys. Okay. Let's continue. That's all we can do. Continue to build and hope things start to it's looking a little bit better for 5 minutes now anyway, so if it keeps looking like this, I would be very thankful, but I don't think the issue is my connection. I really don't. Because looking at the amount of CPU this streaming software is using is extremely disheartening. I mean, we've got some great roller coaster POVs on the channel. Tiana, we've got some great videos in general on the channel. You know, we've done a lot, and we're quite fortunate to have done a lot. And a lot of that is thanks to people like Lisa. You know, you give credit where it's due, and it's definitely due there. When we go to Disneyland Paris, for example, we drive generally. We don't fly. We don't get the Eurostar. We do sometimes get the Eurostar, but generally we drive. And we go via the tunnel, so you know, under the sea. Right. When you accidentally skip a piece. I'm definitely building his intestines right now. And once again, I know I harper on about it, but people, if you haven't hit the like button, you need to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, please. Plenty more videos and streams will be coming, from Lego builds to Lego reviews, because we've got to review some of these sets. We are a review channel after all. Theme parks, movies, all of that. I'm supposed to be at Cineworld on Monday night for a secret screaming, not screening, screaming, a horror movie. So if I'm feeling up to it, I will go and check that out and report back on it on the channel, I am so confused as to where this is. I think this is meant to go there. Yes, that does appear to be correct. And then that goes there. Yeah, that is good. That is sehr good. What's the first thing you do when you're on live? Start speaking in German, in auf Deutsch? Yeah? Hallo. Oh, like. Oh, yeah, yeah. That's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do, Tiana. It's the right thing to do. Ja, ja, ich liebe Deutsch. You love German. do you love Germans? That is the question. Do you love the Germans, yeah? Are you sure that you love the Germans? Do the Germans love you? Um, I mean, that certainly seems like a piece you'd see if it was there. 1x3 dark grey brick. If anybody can see it from above and tells me I'm being stupid, I'm being stupid. I've already put it in. This is what's going on. I've already put it in. Just ignore me. Your nan lived in Germany for her childhood and most of her adulthood. I'm going to be careful about what I say about that. Right. What's up next? That one on that one. Clip. My nan doesn't appear to have left Eastbourne, except for when she goes on her little all-inclusive holidays to Port Aventura in Spain, which is obviously somewhere I need to go, but haven't been able to. But hopefully, it's somewhere the channel will take us. One day. Right, that one on that one. And then that clicks on there. I've said this so many times, which is annoying, but I really am grateful for you and Chrissy. Well, thank you. You know what? We're the grateful ones because people come and watch us. And when people come and watch us and they click the like button and they subscribe to the channel and then they watch some of the videos and stuff like that, it's all helping with the growth. It's all helping with the channel growth. And, it's going to help on things like ad revenue and stuff like that. So we're the grateful ones. Why on earth does that not go on there? It'll go on like that. Right. So you can tell I'm getting tired. Okay, now this attaches to here. Yeah, his intestines are definitely going to go there. I mean, this thing is so well built. It's so solid and it's heavy as well. It really is heavy. Right. Continuing to peel the peely. Oh, that sounds really weird. Continuing to build the peely. And where's the plate? Where's the plate? Where's the plate? Where's the plate? I'm not looking for a plate. I am looking for a plate. There's the plate. And it's the only one thing most days I look forward to and getting to know you guys, which allow me to be part of this. It's incredible allowing to come along and film for you and so many. But it's all good. Honestly, it's all good. Now, where on earth do I put this? I put it there. Which makes literally 0 sense. Until you do that. Now it makes a bit more sense. It's literally floating in the air, but it makes a bit more sense. This stream is going to clear 500 views in the next few minutes. I'd love to get to 15 likes, so that's 2 more likes. The flying theatre at Legoland is cool. It is cool. Is it the best? Oh, it's now at 503 views. Come on, guys. Let's hit that like button. I want this stream to get to 15 likes. That's not a big ask. I mean, it could be a big ask, but I don't know. Right. We're beginning with the ribs. I think the ribs. I'm not sure. But certainly we're building the intestinal tract in a sec. I have the same pass. So, but I don't have the I don't have the red ride access pass. I have the yellow one, which allows me to go and ride by myself. If I wish, you can have red or yellow. So I have the yellow. I was initially issued the red. However, I spoke to their head of accessibility. I've got her phone number, her mobile number actually, for all of the parks, Alton Towers, Chessington, and all of that. I phoned her up and I said, "Can you get mine changed to yellow, please? Because there might be sometimes I go and film on my own." And she was actually really understanding and said, "Yeah," and she got mine changed over. So I have a yellow pass, which I'm really grateful for the help with. This is starting to look cool. But the Merlin pass and the ride access pass has annoyed me over these past few years, and for good reason. I once again feel like I've missed something here. Just gonna go back a little bit. I've definitely missed something here. See, I'm glad I checked. If I take that out, that's probably good, right? So I need to build that. To be fair, mine is probably a good thing that it's red, and hopefully I could maybe make most of it if I ever go with you guys. Yeah. Well, I mean, look, I've got a Merlin pass, and then obviously with that I get a Kara pass, which you would as well if you had a Merlin pass. I don't know if you do, but so we get the Kara pass, and so we can go practically whenever we want when the theme park's open, when the theme park season begins. And obviously there are going to be things that will mean that we can't, like sometimes I won't be able to have the car because the school and stuff like that. But if we can go on school days, it would be quieter, that's for sure. And hopefully we can and go make some vlogs and stuff like that over the course of the next year. That would be pretty fun. I think we're going to need to. So there's nothing really exciting or new for 2026 in any of the UK parks. Maybe Blackpool Pleasure Beach gets their giant Intamin gyro swing. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. Because they got a loan for it, and then it just never happened. The loan was satisfied, as in paid off, the very next day, I believe, which tells me that it was probably cancelled. Right? It was probably cancelled because they got a loan to build a giant Intamin gyro swing, and then they paid it off the next day. It's a little bit suspicious, that one, because if you needed a loan to buy a ride, to build a ride, why would you then pay it off the very next day in full? Satisfy that loan. So, I mean, so there are staff at Blackpool that say that the gyro swing is still happening and things like that. But is it? I mean, I hope it is. But it looks to me like this year's new for 2026 is just a retheme of the shot tower, what they used to call the PlayStation, and then they called it Ice Blast, and now it's called the launch pad. And hopefully it's actually going to work well, to be fair, this year. It's been very broken for a very long time, so hopefully. But then again, and this is the other thing. This is why Blackpool Pleasure Beach is not a theme park. It's an amusement park. Because a theme park denotes theming. It means that you create themed experiences and themed areas. So outside of the launch pad at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, as they're calling it, is Valhalla. And Valhalla is a huge undertaking of a ride that involves Vikings and obviously the land of Valhalla, where you go after you die, and a massive water splash, this huge show building with a beautiful facade, probably one of the best rides you will ever go on, one of the best rides in the world, certainly one of the best water rides in the world, and it's sitting at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, of all places. But you walk outside this Viking-themed area with this giant Viking-themed bar called Loki's, and then there's a space-themed launch tower now. Right there, right next to it, called the launch pad, whose mascot is a spaceman. That's not a theme. That's not a theme park. But like I said, it's not a theme park. It's an amusement park, but it is one of the best parks in general that we have in the country, and it gets so much hate from the so-called enthusiast community because Amanda Thompson, the owner, because it's a family-owned business, and Amanda Thompson makes decisions that enthusiasts don't like. And not only that, she actually defends herself, bites back on social media, and defends her park and defends her decisions, which is fair enough. At the end of the day, it's her park. She owns it. She's the one investing all of the money in it, and her family. And therefore, the decisions made about what rides are going to be purchased should solely be made by Amanda Thompson and the Thompson family, not the enthusiast community. And, that's why I'm not part of that community, to be fair. Because I just don't like the sort of browbeating and the constant competition and the one-upmanship, and I don't know. Right, let's put some intestines on Peely. And then the other one goes there. Yeah. We're starting to get some intestines. This is so clever. I love this set so much as well. I really do. I've never used building techniques like it. Right, where's this popping into? Down here. I assume that's going to go up like that. I assume. I could be wrong. We're going to put some intestines in first, and then we're going to fold it up. Okay? Making a big intestine now. So we've got to twist this properly. So that is going to go like that, and then that's going to face up. Okay. And they're going to push together. Right? And then, so that's going to go there. Oh my God. Look at this. The techniques used in this. I did. I've noticed that. I was going to say thank you to those that have hit the like. Wow. I'm just so damn impressed with this set. I really do want to finish it in this sitting. We'll see how it goes. Because I'm already half an hour past what was going to be my original end time. But I'm enjoying myself. Right, so that goes there. I'm confused. I know it's not hard to confuse me, but I am pretty confused here. Right, let me pull this one off. Because I think I've made a little mistake here. I think I've got to give this the room to... Brick separator time. That's not what I wanted to do, but it's actually going to help me. So, I am enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. I think this is probably my favourite build ever. Right. That's going to go there. And that's going to go there. And that's going to fold up. Oh my god. Look at that. Just look at that. Insane. So insane. I'm so impressed. I mean, if you can afford this, I really would suggest buying it. I think that the 90 quid I think it's a fine price point for this. And out of the Fortnite sets, this is my favourite. By far. And it's not even done. But I've just had the best time building it. But I wonder if they'll quickly come out with a new wave of Fortnite sets. Wonder how quickly they'll come out with one. I'm assuming they've already got them in the works. But I've got a feeling that sets like this will become quite rare. Because I don't think a lot of people are going to buy it. I really don't. I don't think a lot of people are going to look at this and spend 90 quid on it. Because you really have to be a fan of the game to do so, as far as I'm concerned. You have to be a fan of the game to dump £90 on it. I mean, I was lucky because YouTube paid me pretty much £90 this month. So I was like, okay, let's use that ad revenue to get this. And I'm so glad I made the decision to do that. I really am. I mean, if I'd known it was going to be this good, I'd have got it before the battle bus. But the battle bus is done. And this is my final Fortnite set. And then I've got them all. Like a Pokemon. I keep getting worried when there are pieces. I reckon that's meant to be there. Yeah, I see where it's meant to be. So. And does that count as a 1x1? Possibly. But probably not. I reckon that goes in there. That's what I think. And that in there. That looks correct. This just needs one of these on there. But yes, I do think that this is the best of the Fortnites. Oh wow, and this is going at this angle now, is it? So round like that. and then just sitting on there. Okay. And that's stage 11 done. He's a hefty boy. He's really starting to weigh some. Let me just try something. I'm trying something to dial down my CPU usage. See if it makes a difference. I don't think it will, but right, no matter how much I want to continue this, I'm going to save the last 4 stages for tomorrow night. And we'll start around the same time, 7:15, 7:30. Because I also want to try and fix the issues here. Because I don't know what's happened to my streaming software. I don't know why OBS is consuming so much CPU data. It never used to. It doesn't make any sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it a night here. I'm going to... Wow, this thing is going to be huge. It's going to be so big. So we'll come back and we'll complete it tomorrow. And on that note, I want to say a huge thank you for everybody that has joined us tonight. If you've clicked the like button or subscribed to the channel, an even bigger thank you. And obviously, thank you once again. And we'll see you in the next one. Good night.